Hello YouTube, my name is Camlum909 and today I'm going to be showing you how to get Pro Evolution Soccer 2019 for free. First I'll prove to you that the game works.
Unsurprisingly, Peter, the opposition look completely stunned. I'm not sure they can gather themselves. Nick Steiner, forward it goes. Faster start, 2 down, and into those right. Right back, big one! On the ball, it's come back out! And it's there!
The first thing you're going to want to do is download and install uTorrent and have it open like this. We're not going to add the torrent in there yet. First we have to add a couple folder exclusions in our antivirus. So go to Options, Preferences, go to Directories, and then choose in here where you're going to download the game. Just make sure that this directory has a folder exclusion inside your antivirus, and we're going to add another one later when we install the game. But once you've got that exclusion added inside your antivirus, then we can go to GameTrex.com, just scroll down a bit, hit the download button, and then click on Mirror, and that should automatically load it inside of uTorrent. If it doesn't, you can select the link that comes up, the magnet one, Control A to select all, Control C to copy, and you can click this button up here. It should have already pasted it in there, but if it hasn't, you can press Control and V, press OK, and that will add it the same way. A couple things you can do to speed up the download are if you right click the torrent, hover over bandwidth allocation and set that to high, or if you just click the torrent normally and go to the Files tab, there's some optional, some selective files and all that kind of stuff. So if we hold down Control on our keyboard and just click on all the languages that you don't want or you don't speak and you don't plan on installing. So just hold down Control and select the ones that you don't want, then you can right click and don't download, that'll save you like 5-6 gigabytes. Once the torrent's downloading, it'll have a dark blue progression bar, and when it's finished, it'll turn a light green and say seeding. The more seeders and peers a torrent has, the faster other people will be able to download it, but if you don't care about that, then you can just right click on the torrent and click on stop. But once the torrent is either seeding or finished, you can double click on it to open it, and you can run this verify bin files before installation to make sure that all the files are there before you start installing the game. As long as you added that folder exclusion in your antivirus before you started the download, you should be fine, but if you want to be extra safe, you can just run it. Now we can run the setup. Click on yes. Click OK. Click that little music icon down there to mute it. Here you have the option to limit the installer to only 2 gigabytes of RAM. It suggests you do this if you have 8 or less. If you don't know how much RAM you have, you can right click the Windows logo, go System. If you scroll down a bit, you can see the installed RAM that you have. Even if you have 8 gigabytes or more, I would check this if you plan on having a bunch of Chrome tabs open or playing a game in the background, as it can be very demanding for your PC. Click on Next. You can have a read through this if you want. Click on Next. Choose where you're going to install your game. Just make sure that whatever folder you're installing the game to has a folder exclusion inside of your antivirus. Then click on Next. Choose the language that you want, scroll down and make sure that these 4 are checked, and then click on Install. Once that install is all done, you should be able to play the game just fine, but I'll show you a few other things if you right click the shortcut in your desktop and open file location. So this is really important if you're going to be using a keyboard and mouse, because you'll need to configure the controls through this. So we can change a few other things as well, like the resolution, if it's full screen, what frame rate everything is. But if we go over to the keyboard tab, you can change all these settings to match however you want, but you will have to remember them since in game, even though I'm using a keyboard and mouse, all the tooltips will show Xbox controls. You can also change your name if you open the CPY file and just enter whatever you want here. Press Ctrl and S to save. If it's giving you any permission errors, you can right click the file, go properties, make sure that read only is not checked, then apply and click OK. Or you can drag it to your desktop, change and save it there, and then drag it back and just replace. And if we go into this _Redis folder, there's a bunch of Redis we can run. These should have run after the install finished, but in case they didn't, you can run them again here. And if for some reason the game isn't running for you and you're not sure why, you can drag this fitgirl.md5 onto this quick SFE, and that will go through, check all the files, make sure that nothing's changed. If you change the CPY file, then it may come up as a bad file, but that will be fine. It's more you want to be worried towards the Steam APIs or the Steam clients and even the application for the game. But if anything is coming up as bad or missing, then you'll need to add those folder exclusions in your antivirus. For re-downloading the torrent, it's pretty simple. You can just right click and go force recheck, and that will only download the missing files instead of the entire game. But if some files got deleted while you're installing, then you will have to reinstall the entire game. That's pretty much all there is for this video. If you want any of these games, I've got them all on my channel. If there's a game that you want that I haven't done, you can leave a comment requesting it. But my name is Camlam909. I hope you enjoy the game, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.